Hey guys, Darren here. Welcome to Mayhem Country Living. I'll show you what we're doing this evening. If you saw the video short, you might have been wondering what was in the canner. This is bone broth, and it has come to a wonderful amber color. And I did my first 7 quarts, and I had a ring failure, or a lid, and I pulled it out and it started bubbling. So, no biggie when that happens. It did not leak out. All you do is just go ahead and reprocess it because I'm doing another set. Now, I've got 7 more that I'm gonna do. I should have enough. This is still really warm. Now, also, these are all cleaned, hot. I have my wide funnel, but here's something I do. You can get these at Walmart, just anywhere. This is in like the household section. This is a stainless steel automatic drip coffee filter, one of those permanent filters, and it sits right there, and I'll show you. Because there's always a little bit when you're doing this bone broth of residue. So I've already gotten most of the fat off of it. And this helps just trap any of the crunchies. So, it really wouldn't hurt, but I'm trying to get nice, clean, clear. So, let me get back to this. I've got everything set up. Got the vinegar in here, wiping the jar lids off, and I'm heating up the lids, rings, all that good stuff. Processing this using a proven ball method for stock. Quarts are 25 minutes. Vent steam 10 minutes. Put your gauge on it if you've got the one with a gauge. Bring it up to temperature. Let it hiss, all that good stuff. You guys know how to do this. But pint jars are for 20 minutes of processing. Quart jars are for 25 minutes of processing. Turn it off, let it cool down, vent on its own. And I did some cross-reference, chicken stock, beef stock, and then I looked up bone broth also. So it's all the same, 25 minutes, 4 quarts. So that's what we're gonna do. More to come. Okay guys, now we're back. Last batch, I have a little bit left. I'll put it into a small mason jar, and then we'll use that to go over the dog's food, German Shepherd's food, or we'll use it ourselves, but nothing goes to waste. Now, when you're processing these things, remember, follow a tried and true recipe. I know they call them outlaw canners and do all that stuff. Hey, and I know Mama used to do it a certain way 50, 75 years ago. I know that. I go by prescribed ball methods or through the U.S. Department of Agriculture. You can, like I said, you can go to their site, you can do some research and find out what works best for you. Botulism is no joke. Clean jars. Clean the lid of your jars after you pour your product in. Remember your headspace. If it's a low acid food, you probably want about 1 inch of headspace, but just check. I'm just rattling this stuff off. Heat up your rings to heat up the rubber compound which actually provides the seal. Finger tight does not mean hand tight. 2 fingers and a little bit more. That's good. That works for me. We are at 200 feet above sea level. If you are higher altitude, you'll need to adjust your cook time for that. That's something you really want to consider and think about doing. This is not like a how-to. This is just what I'm doing tonight. I'm trying to get this done so we can actually sit down and do nothing for the rest of the night. The next batch I'll do an honest to goodness in-depth that will bore you to tears, but it will keep you and your family safe. Trying to think everything else. Wash your hands. Start out with a really good clean kitchen surface. Keep the kids out, keep the dogs out, because this can really burn you. What kind of canner do you have? I have a Presto canner, 7-quart, and I had it for years, and I've replaced the gaskets and the valve. You can go to your county extension, your gauge. You can go to your county extension office and have them check the lid or the gauge. You can buy all of the replacement parts off of Amazon in boxes, and periodically I'll do that. I have a spare set of everything downstairs in the bunker, just for that reason. Once you start your process, mind the time it takes with the weight off as it's blowing steam. Build up pressure, temperature, cap it, set your timer once you're in the zone, 10 psi at my altitude, my sea level, and then you wait. Now, when it's over, when the timer dings, don't open the pressure cooker, because that can cause problems. You let it cool down and let it naturally vent to where there is no pressure left inside. And I know it's hard to do. And then you take it off carefully and make sure everything's okay and set it aside. Now, the reason I said no kids and no pets or anything in here, this is really hot stuff that you're working with. You know, in the old days, people used to say, oh, those pressure counters will blow up. Well, I guess maybe if you, I don't know what, but I guess it could. But if a kid bumps you, they could get burned badly, or you could get burned, or if a dog or a cat comes up and bumps you and tries to trip you accidentally, you could get burned that way. So I usher everybody out of the kitchen. My wife and I usually do it. She's doing some other stuff, so I'm just knocking around doing this. And when you get through, clean up your mess. That's all I got to say. Now, I got to get back to getting this done. I'll do some pictures of it when I'm finished. So I'll probably post this video early in the morning. Anyway, guys, it's easy to do. It's really healthy. Got a lot of good health benefits. This bone broth does. I use all types of bones. I use turkey, chicken, lamb, pork, and beef. And it tastes really good. Everybody loves it. Throw in onions, whatever, while you're cooking it. Cook it for a day. There's all kinds of different ways to do it. Find a good recipe that you like, make it your own, and follow the guidelines. Take care of you people.